You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
You know that feeling, right? That moment when you're trying to make, a big decision, especially somewhere fast like the financial markets, and you just feel like you're drowning in data.
Oh, definitely. News, numbers, things changing constantly.
Yeah, it's like an avalanche, and you've got to decide, like, now. The pressure's huge.
It really is. It's a real bottleneck for a lot of people, and it seems to be getting worse, not better.
Absolutely. Well, today our deep dive is all about how artificial intelligence is stepping up to, tackle exactly that challenge. We're going to focus on a really interesting company called Benjamin AI, see how they're trying to revolutionize investment decisions. And then we'll zoom out a bit, look at the broader picture, some of the maybe surprising impacts of AI that are making headlines.
Yeah, and this is all based on some recent insights from the AI World Journal. So it gives us two things, really. A close look at a specific AI tool, Benjamin AI, and then that wider view on how AI is, changing things in unexpected ways.
Right. So our mission today is basically to unpack what Benjamin AI is doing to, empower investors, try and level the playing field a bit, and then broaden out to understand some of those bigger AI impacts, the ones causing buzz, maybe some concern too.
Exactly. It's about exploring what this all means for you, whether you're making investment calls or just trying to navigate this increasingly AI-driven world we're in.
Okay, so let's dive in. Benjamin AI, as the AI World Journal piece points out, really focuses on that core problem we just mentioned, the information overload, needing to make timely calls in fast markets.
And historically, the really powerful analytical tools, the ones giving a real edge, they were pretty much kept for the Wall Street elite, as people say.
Yeah, that's the term you always hear.
That's exactly what Benjamin AI is aiming to change. Their mission statement is actually pretty clear and quite powerful. It's to empower every investor, from institutions to individuals, with precision, speed, and the intelligence of advanced AI, turning Wall Street-grade tools into everyday decision aids.
Everyday decision aids. That's quite a statement.
It is, and the key insight here isn't just like the number of assets they cover, but how they pull it all together. To give you a more holistic view of the market, something that used to be really siloed or, needed a whole team of analysts.
That sounds like a massive shift, doesn't it? Really democratizing that kind of financial tech to making it accessible.
Exactly.
So how do they actually do that? What's under the hood?
Well, they've got this really comprehensive feature set. Their multi-asset research is probably key. So for equities, they do deep dives into global markets, fundamentals, valuation, the usual suspects, but with AI power.
Okay.
For cryptocurrency, it's not just price trends. They look at on-chain metrics. That's data straight from the blockchain itself, stuff like network activity, which can give you clues beyond just the price. And they track sentiment in the crypto world, too.
Okay, so deeper than just price charts. And it goes beyond crypto, too.
Oh, yeah. Forex, the currency markets, super fast-paced. They provide real-time rates, economic indicators, insights into what central banks might do, all crucial for currencies.
Right.
And it keeps going. Commodities like oil, gold, agriculture, even ETFs, exchange-traded funds, they break down sector exposure, liquidity, what's inside them, performance.
Wow, that's broad.
It is. And what ties a lot of this together is the integrated sentiment analysis across news, social media.
And that's built in, not separate.
Exactly. Built in real time, which is, pretty vital if you want to react quickly or spot trends as they're bubbling up in today's markets.
It sounds impressive for individuals, but I saw they also have tools specifically for professionals, right? Registered investment advisors, RIAs.
They do. Very specialized stuff. Like scenario analysis, you can test how a portfolio might hold up under, say, a big interest rate hike or a sudden downturn.
Stress testing.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And model portfolio comparisons, tools to help advisors communicate with clients using tailored macro commentary.
And what about that tax thing?
Ah, yes. Tax-aware guidance. That's a big one for advisors. It helps figure out the best way to sell shares to minimize the tax hit, managing those investment lots efficiently. These are definitely features that address the more complex needs of professionals managing other people's money.
And it seems like they're not standing still either. The article mentioned recent updates.
Right. They seem committed to, keeping things fresh. Adding SEC investment intelligence, basically searching and analyzing official company filings, that's huge for deep dives.
Definitely.
Also, extended historical data for better backtesting and analysis, and better ways to export data like CSV or Excel files to use with other tools. So yeah, they're definitely evolving.
Makes sense. And when you look at the team behind it, the leadership.
Yeah, that tells a story too. The CEO and co-founder, Dr. Toby Wade, he's got a PhD in statistics from LSE.
Okay, serious academic chops. Yeah.
Very much so, and also an assistant professor in data science and statistics. But, and this is key, he also has over 20 years of actually doing this stuff. Investment, AI, machine learning across equities, futures, cryptocurrencies, the works.
So not just theory, real market experience combined with the academic side. That's a powerful mix. But sometimes those worlds don't mesh easily.
Well, that's where the other co-founder, Dr. Piotr Pomorsky, the CTO, comes in. He's got a PhD, too, in computational finance from UCL, and crucially, 8 years focusing specifically on ML and AI for financial systems. Plus, he's a CFA charter holder.
Ah, so he gets the investment analysis side deeply, too.
Exactly. He understands the tech and the finance nuances. So the combination means the tech should be genuinely useful for making financial decisions, not just clever for clever's sake.
So you've got the deep stats and market experience, the specialized financial AI tech know-how. What's fascinating there is how that diverse expertise seems perfectly tailored for this challenge, right? Applying AI effectively to finance.
Precisely. And they have a support team mentioned, too, focusing on growth, fintech expertise, front-end, back-end. It looks like a well-rounded team aiming to deliver on that promise of bringing those Wall Street tools to more people.
It's a great example of AI being used in a very targeted, potentially very impactful way in one sector, finance. But, having looked at that, we also need to acknowledge the other side of the coin. This AI tech reaches way beyond just trading desks. It's hitting our communities, raising ethical questions, often in ways we didn't quite expect. We're definitely in an AI boom, right? Billions being poured in by companies.
Huge amounts. And the sources we looked at highlight this growing worry about market concentration around AI darlings. You see headlines like, hedge funds shift bets to double down on big tech amid AI boom. It suggests a massive flow of capital, but maybe only to a select few.
Which does raise that big question.
Yeah.
Is all this investment, this AI focus, actually paying off yet in terms of bottom line results?
Yeah.
The source flat out says it has yet to pay off. Why do you think that is? All this hype, all this money.
Well, that's a really critical point, isn't it? It sort of challenges that narrative that AI is an instant moneymaker. It could be that while the basic investment is huge, finding those truly transformative applications that actually, generate widespread profit, that might still be early days or maybe just harder to scale than people thought.
Like we're planting seeds, but the harvest is still a ways off.
Yeah.
Or maybe some seeds won't sprout.
Could be. It makes you wonder, are we in a bit of an AI winter for practical returns or just very early spring?
Interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. The physical side of AI. The data centers. Big tech's AI data centers are driving up electricity bills for everyone. That's kind of a shocking headline, isn't it?
It is pretty jarring.
How do we square that? AI seems like this clean digital thing, but the reality is very physical, very energy-hungry infrastructure.
It's a stark contrast, yeah. These AI data centers are massive. They consume enormous amounts of power and water, too, for cooling. And this is leading to real friction. Significant backlash, community opposition. The sources mention places like St. Charles, Mooresville, Loudoun County, Richmond, Kentucky.
Wow, all over it.
Yeah, communities are pushing back against plans for new data centers. They're worried about secretive plans, the strain on the local power grid, and even direct impacts on water. One source specifically mentioned water supply could be strained by new data centers.
So it's not just some abstract grid issue. It's literally hitting local resources, people's backyards.
Exactly. And while sometimes you hear about potential benefits, like maybe some high-paying jobs or more tax income, the pushback seems pretty frequent. It suggests those downsides, the grid strain, the water use, are often felt much more directly by locals.
Right. Which brings us to the wider societal stuff, the ethical ripples, like jobs. You see totally different takes, don't you? One source says blue-collar jobs are gaining popularity as AI threatens office work. Seems plausible.
Yeah, that narrative is out there.
But then you have Sam Altman from OpenAI saying it's the most exciting time to be starting out one's career. So, which is it? It's confusing.
It is complex. Probably not a simple either answer. Different sectors, different roles will be affected differently, I imagine.
True. And then there's what the source is called AI's personality problem. That covers some really serious ethical ground.
Yes. Everything from privacy concerns like that, Otter AI secretly records private work conversations story.
Right, that raised eyebrows.
To really troubling reports about Meta's AI rules. Things like bots reportedly having sensual chats with kids or giving out false medical info. That's led to official inquiries, people like Neil Young pulling their music. It raises huge questions, right? If these AI are designed to be so engaging, where are the guardrails? Especially with kids or when it's giving potentially harmful advice.
Absolutely critical questions. And the human impact can be devastatingly real. That story about the 76-year-old man who died trying to meet an AI chatbot he thought was real.
Yeah.
Believing she was a real woman living in NYC. That's just incredibly stark. Shows how blurred those lines can become for some people.
It really does. And there was even a psychiatrist treating 12 patients this year for something they're calling AI psychosis.
AI psychosis, what does that mean?
Well, it's still being studied, obviously, but it seems to describe severe psychological issues, maybe even delusions, that appear linked to really intense, prolonged interaction with AI, where that line between what's real and what's artificial just dissolves for the person.
Wow. So these aren't just abstract worries anymore. They're having tangible, sometimes tragic human consequences.
Unfortunately, yes.
And given all these hurdles, the payoff question, the energy footprint, the ethical minefield, it makes you wonder about AI development itself. Sources even ask things like, is AI hitting a wall? Or what if AI doesn't get much better than this?
It suggests there's still a lot of uncertainty, maybe even some skepticism about where AI is truly heading, even among the experts.
So if you pull all this together, AI isn't just a tool you use for stocks or writing emails.
No, not at all. It's becoming this profound force. It's reshaping communities physically with data centers. It's challenging our ethical norms. It's changing our relationship with technology itself. Huge promise, absolutely, but also undeniable growing pains and some really fundamental societal questions we need to grapple with.
So wrapping up our deep dive today, we've really seen two sides of the AI story, haven't we?
Yeah.
On one side, you've got Benjamin AI showing that incredible potential, efficiency, empowerment, taking these complex tools once reserved for the elite and trying to make them accessible for every investor, turning data into insights.
Exactly, that promise of democratization and power. But then, on the other side, we've dug into those very real, often challenging consequences of AI spreading so widely. The energy drain from data centers, the community pushback, the serious ethical questions about jobs, privacy, safety, even mental health.
Understanding both these narratives, the potential and the pitfalls, really helps you be more informed, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
If you're looking at an investment tool like Benjamin AI, we're just trying to make sense of the AI headlines hitting you every day.
And as AI keeps weaving itself into, well, everything, finance, healthcare, our power grids, our social interactions, it raises that question of responsibility, doesn't it? What role do we play as users, as communities in guiding how it develops? How do we make sure the benefits really do outweigh these unforeseen, sometimes significant costs?
Yeah. And what's the next big surprising impact of AI going to be? The one that really changes how we live or work? And are we actually ready for it?
Something to definitely think about.
Definitely something to mull over long after this deep dive is finished.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.